Chalk it up to the power of positive thinking. Florida State down 21-0 on the road at Louisville. Comes all the way back to knock off the Cardinals 42-31. So do the math. It's a 42-10 finish for the Noles. Say what you will about this guy off the field. He can be a mess. But Jameis Winston on the field is talented. He's composed. He plays on the big stage. He fights adversity off the field and on the field to make the big plays in the big games. And despite 3 interceptions, a career high, Winston makes the plays in the second half, mostly with his arm because he was hobbling around. He was knocked around and he wasn't moving that well, but moving it well enough in the pocket to make the big plays and pull off the victory for Florida State. Again, 42-31, a couple huge plays in the second half as Louisville led it 21-7 at the break, went up 24-7. The Cardinals still had a lead when Jameis Winston hit Erman Lane, 47 yards for the touchdown. Not a routine play, though. You had to see it to believe it. Winston somehow willed the ball through 3 defenders. I don't know how the football didn't hit a black jersey, but it didn't. And Erman Lane kept his concentration, hauled it in, and ran 47 yards for a touchdown. On another play in the fourth quarter, early in that period, trailing once again, Louisville could have gone up by 2 scores. They got the deflected pass at the line. And Gerard Holman, who already had 2 big interceptions, he leads the nation with 10, could have had a third one. But that third one, the drop, was the biggest play of all as he dropped the interception. He couldn't quite corral it, pull it in, because he was probably gone for the pick 6. And Louisville would have went up and made it extremely difficult on Winston and the Noles, up by 10. But on the very next play, Dalvin Cook took it to the house the other way, and Florida State went up in this one. Dalvin Cook, let's talk about Dalvin Cook for a second, because like Winston, he's a special player. He's very unique. He brings another dimension to this offense. Why? Because he's so elusive and because of his phenomenally quick feet. He can press the line of scrimmage and cut to the outside in a heartbeat. He can go horizontal, then vertical. He can jump start. He can jump cut. He can do just about anything with those 2 feet, and he does it in lightning speed. 9 carries for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook, one of the special talents at the running back position in college football. Also, we talk about Devonte Parker and Michael Dyer keeping Louisville close. They're 2 special players as well. Dyer, 28 carries for 134 yards as he's getting back his sea legs. And it's really not one thing that makes Dyer special. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he's elusive, but he makes some very unique cuts and unique spins, unique moves for a big guy. And for Devonte Parker, we will see him in the NFL. His second game back, 8 catches for 204 yards, even against P.J. Williams, guarding him most of the night. Parker, against an NFL future cornerback, catches the ball for 204 yards, but Louisville comes up short despite a very solid game by Will Gardner. So it wasn't Louisville caving in, giving this game away. Sure, they made mistakes, but it was Florida State taking it back. And we mentioned off the top the power of positive thinking. Jameis Winston said it after the game that this team doesn't get down. We think positive thoughts. We always think we're going to take control of the game despite how far we're down. We know that we're going to come back. If they can do this against a better football team, we would wait to see that. That would be difficult to do 21-0 against the top team. But then again, Florida State was able to pull that off. Down 18 in the BCS championship game against Auburn. Also keep in mind that this team pulled off this comeback, missing its star linebacker Terrence Smith. This team is missing 6 linebackers off the depth chart, but Florida State continues to roll at 8-0. They are undefeated, ranked 2nd in the country. Will this win, is it a bad win? Will it hurt them? Well, Louisville came in at 25th in the country. This is their 3rd loss. I think voters need to consider in the College Football Playoff Committee, because those are the people that count at this point, need to consider that this Louisville team with Parker back, with Dyer back, is a legitimate top 25 team as opposed to what we saw against Virginia and some other teams early in the 2014 season. So Florida State survives. They make it to 8-0. This appears to be the biggest challenge left on the schedule up until possibly the ACC championship game. All right, should Florida State suffer from the near miss against Louisville or remain a solid number 2? Would love to hear what you have to say about Louisville and Florida State right here. Let's do it on Mark Rogers TV.